Welcome to Unmasking. Jahseh was born into a world of instability and plantation. Florida, his childhood wasn't a normal one. He was bounced between homes, living with his grandmother while his mother. Abandonment created a deep-seated anger that would define his teenage years. He wasn't just a troubled kid, he was a fighter. Jahseh once said he started getting into trouble just so his mother would notice him and talk to him, even if it was because he did something bad. By the time he reached his teens, he was already a veteran of the juvenile justice system, but while he was behind bars, he met someone who would change his life. Skip Mask, the slump god. It was in a detention center where the blueprint for the SoundCloud rap era was born. They weren't following the rules of the industry, they were breaking them, jahsehs. Music wasn't polished, it was distorted, loud, and full of pain. The unmasking of his career happened with a song called Look at Me. It was raw and violent, mirroring the life he was living at the time, but as his fame grew, so did the darkness surrounding his name. The legal documents started piling up, and the allegations regarding Geneva Ayala surfaced. These weren't just minor issues, they were serious, graphic, and they painted a picture of a man who was out of control. Half the world wanted to cancel him, while the other half was busy streaming his songs. But then something shifted in 2017. Jahseh released the album 17, and the world saw a different Mask. He wasn't the aggressive kid from the mosh pits anymore. He was a broken soul singing about depression and suicide. He told his fans he wanted to change. He started the Helping Hand Challenge. He grew out his hair and dyed it blue, and he started preaching about positivity and evolution. Was this change real, or was it just the ultimate mask to save his career? That is the question that haunts his legacy. To this day, he was a man of two extremes. One day he was donating toys to foster kids, and the next he was facing life in prison for witness tampering. He was trying to outrun a past that was catching up to him at light speed. On June 18, 2018, the clock ran out. Jahseh was leaving a motorcycle dealership in Florida when he was ambushed and killed in a robbery. He was only 20 years old. His death turned him into a martyr for millions, but it also left so many questions unanswered. He never got to face his day in court, and he never got to prove if his transformation was genuine. Temptation was a mirror of a broken generation. He showed the world that you can be a monster and a healer at the same time. He was unmasked as a human being who was deeply flawed and incredibly talented, but his story serves as a reminder that the choices we make have a way of finding us in the end. Whether he was a hero or a villain depends on which version of Jahseh you choose to believe in. That is the unmasking of temptation. Leave a comment below and let me know if you think he truly changed or if it was all a show for the public.